Okay, so you take the stand and you go through the whole process. The girl that was with Eric, Brianna Nicholson, who's given immunity, she took the stand as well. And she was talking about how she was getting death threats because people feel that she set Nipsey up and so forth. And it wasn't really, she wasn't worried about taking a stand over cooperating. It was more about her role in that whole thing. And some people blame her for, being the getaway driver for one, but, possibly being somehow involved in this in some sort of strange way. Kerry Lathan, who got shot, took the stand. Now, I actually interviewed him right after the shooting. Big U actually set that up. He was on three-way with us, and we interviewed, I interviewed Kerry from jail because he was basically chained to the damn bench, and they're trying to put him back in prison again for violating parole because they're saying he was affiliating himself with gang members. When, he told the story during our interview. He was just there with, I think his cousin. They wanted to get some T-shirts. They rolled up, and then they just got caught in the crossfire of it all.
The day of the incident, can you describe what happened exactly?
Me and my nephew were going up the street to console somebody else's parents because they just lost their parents. So he said, "You don't have to keep wearing that shirt, Unc." I was like, "What?" He said, "This shirt." I said, "It's clean." He said, "Look, it's dingy. You in the new world. You're not in prison no more. You can pull right." He said, "Matter of fact, they go Nipsey in a lot, so you could pull right in and grab you a fresh white shirt." I'm like, "Okay." So when I go in there, they didn't have the white ones that I wanted. And I said, when y'all going to get that in again?" He said, "Well, they go Nipsey in a lot. Go talk to him." And I talked to him. He said, that'll be about a week, bro. I said, "Okay." And when I said it, it was all bad. The gunman turned around the car and shot me, then shot Nipsey. And then shot my nephew. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what the hell?
But when Kerry Lathan took the stand, you got a very different story. He took the stand, he said, "I don't know nothing. I didn't see nothing." They asked him to identify himself in the surveillance video. He said he refuses to identify himself. He refused to identify Eric Holder. Deputy District Attorney John McKinney said, "You don't want to testify about what happened?" And Kerry Lathan said, "That's right."
Yeah.
Now, he was obviously there. He was obviously a witness. Were you there when you were watching, when he took the stand?
No, I wasn't there, but he did the right thing. There was no information for him to give. He did the right thing. He stuck to the code. It was not, he stuck to the code. It was nothing for him to give. His testimony not gonna make or break the case. You know what I mean? So he stuck to the code, so he ain't got to get no backlash, nothing to talk about. He stuck to the code. That is what it is. Me, if they feel I'm breaking the code, I'm breaking it for one sole purpose, is because we need to get down to the nature of this conversation, and we need to know why.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, there was another witness there, Evan McKenzie, a.k.a. Rimpau.
Yeah.
Who's actually a pallbearer at Nipsey's funeral.
Yeah.
He had a subpoena to appear and testify, which he ignored.
Yeah.
Originally, there was a $500,000 bench warrant for his arrest for not showing up, but I guess it got dropped.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about him not testifying?
I really don't care if he testified or not. That, like I said, if he could have testified maybe to the nature of the conversation, yeah, I would want him to do that. If he heard any of the conversation, so nobody would think that I'm making this shit up, that would be cool. As far as him pointing out shooters and doing that, no, I wouldn't expect him to do that. I wouldn't expect nothing like that. But I still felt that maybe they should have showed some support. I didn't expect the family. I didn't expect that at all. I wouldn't even, the shit I went through going through this trial, even just being there witnessing and just getting in that courtroom, I wouldn't want the family to be there for that. That's too hurtful for me as well. So I know I hurt so much, so I know their hurt got to be 10 times worse.
Well, there was two other witnesses that took the stand who are not affiliated with you guys at all. There was a mother who said that she saw the incident. There's also a man who I guess was in the burger shop, and he actually started to cry and broke down.
Yeah.
Did you see that or no?
No, I've talked to him. I haven't. while they're on the stand, I'm there, and then we talk. Then you got you get courthouse gossip and all that shit. But
yeah, I mean, he actually broke down on the stand to the point where the judge had to take a recess.
That's
get himself back together. He just said that seeing Nipsey lie there dead like that is just. He said it gave him nightmares, and it's just like it was just like a terrible situation.